This is Lab 5.2a, combination reaction of zinc with iodine. If you can make sure that you have this handout either printed off or ready. I'd like to start by reading the introduction to you, and I'm going to walk through the steps, and we're going to do this lab in this video. So at the top it says, this experiment involves a combination reaction, also called a synthesis reaction, of a metal and a non-metal. So we've already seen in lecture that a combination or a synthesis reaction is when you combine things together. And during a combination reaction, two or more substances become one new material. Solid iodine, so here is our iodine right here that you can see. It's sitting in this tray. It's actually discoloring this tray, and it's actually slightly toxic, which is why I'm wearing gloves. And you can see what would happen if you were to touch it. That orange would go right into your hands. This is actually a non-metal. And we're going to be mixing this or dissolving this in some alcohol. So I have some alcohol in this little pipette right here. And then what we're going to do is we're also going to be adding some of the zinc. The zinc, which is the metal, is silvery in color and is added to the alcohol solution. An exothermic reaction occurs releasing some heat, which you will not be able to experience during this lab, and it's going to form a white zinc iodide, which can be obtained by evaporating the alcohol. So we're going to go through this procedure. We're going to add one large granule of iodine to a small test tube. So here goes the iodine into our test tube. So there's the iodine. Nothing else is in there as of yet. Okay. Now note the initial color and the appearance below. We're gonna discuss that a little bit later because you saw what that looked like. We're going to add 2 1 milliliter pipettes of rubbing alcohol. So this is measured out for us. Here's 2 milliliters. And we're going to add this and we're going to start to swirl. So I want you to see what's going to be happening with this. Okay, so the alcohol, which was clear, is now dissolving the iodine. The iodine is a kind of a purplish, silvery color. And now this is becoming a yellow-orange or even slight reddish-brown coloration as well. So there's no chemical reaction that's taking place right now. This is actually just the iodine dissolving, very much like the iodine that you can see here, which was going into the plastic tray. So that's what's happening right now, is this is just dissolving. So we're going to let this dissolve for a few seconds. You can see the coloration. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this down here. Next step is to add the zinc. Okay, so here is the zinc material. It's powdery, slightly silvery. It's ground up so much that we can't see the silvery nature of it. But I'm going to be adding this now to the iodine solution now. And I'm going to start to stir. And you'll see a coloration change is going to take place with this. It's not clear anymore. It's becoming a little bit cloudy and it's changing color a little bit. So now at this point, the zinc is actually starting to combine with the iodine and forming our compound. So I'm going to swirl this for about 15 minutes, and then I'm going to come back for the next part of this video.